Hi, I am Judy Vitale with ReadTheStars.com, and this is your weekly horoscopes at work forecast for the week of August 14th through 20th, 2017. The first thing I need to tell you is Mercury is in retrograde. It will remain this way until September 5th or 6th, depending on how quickly it decides to come out of its little slumber. This means this is not a great time for contracts, travel, or anything that involves communication. It does not mean it's impossible. It just means that you need to be extra careful about checking your details and really ensuring that you have enough patience to deal with any kinds of mix-ups that may occur. And that includes, being understanding of other people if they make mistakes. So try to just bring up your compassion for yourself and others during this time. The other thing that is happening is that, everybody is talking about this eclipse that's going to be seen in the United States next Monday, August 21st. And there are going to be some world events around. It is not the end of the world as far as I know it. Of course, what do I know? I'm not any different than the rest of us. But, as an astrologer, people always ask me, is this the end of the world? I don't believe that it is. So just, do what you can to learn as much as you can about the lessons that are being presented. And mainly they're going to have to do with how well can I perform as an individual in terms of making the world a better place. So put that in your mind and see how that works for you. Now, let's get to this week. As I said, we're working under Mercury Retrograde, which is never fun. But, it is especially when I talk about the void of course moon periods, you are going to want to be especially careful because of the conditions. The other things that are happening this week, we have Venus opposite Pluto on Tuesday at 7:13 a.m. I would expect that to incite any kind of little jealous spats that people have to kind of, fire up a little bit. Thursday, Venus square Jupiter is really good for forgiveness. Can also be like a sense of going overboard with one's emotions. And then on Sunday, in addition to everybody being extremely on edge, because, an eclipse is a new moon, there's always that extra energy around anyway. And the eclipse is going to bring extra energy into it. We're going to have Mars in a sextile to Jupiter, which will allow us to take action to prepare. With that in mind, I want to also announce that I'm going to be presenting a class on managing eclipse energy on the night of the eclipse. So obviously, I believe that we're going to be okay. And that's going to be at 7 o'clock at Journeys of Life. You can make your reservation, 412-681-8755. You can also see me there on the following dates. That's August the 15th, which is Tuesday of this week. August the 18th, which is a Friday, I believe, yes. And then I'll be there also all day on the 21st. All these times are from 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock. You can call that same number, 412-681-8755 for your reservation. Now, without any further ado, let's go into the week. Monday, we've got the Taurus moon. This means that people are going to pretty much stick with what they're doing and stay with their beliefs. So don't try to change anybody's mind on Monday. At 9:15 p.m., the moon will go void, of course, and remain that way until 10:06 a.m. Eastern time on Tuesday. So this means during this time period that you are going to want to avoid being too pushy about getting meetings settled and that sort of thing. Just be open to the idea that things are not going to go the way that you planned them. The Venus opposite Pluto will be taking place also on Tuesday. That occurs at 7:13 a.m. So expect that energy of the jealousy and people trying to get more attention, so to speak, to go on for most of Tuesday. Wednesday, the moon will be in Gemini on Tuesday at 10:06 a.m. But then on Wednesday, it gets really nice because we just have the moon in Gemini and making lots of nice aspects to all sorts of different planets. So this is a great day for making connections. If you're in sales or publicity, any kind of profession that encourages you to reach out to other people, Wednesday is your best day this week. Thursday, we have the moon void, of course, from 9:38 a.m. to 12:13 p.m. So be careful during that time period. And we will have Venus in a square to Jupiter. Once the moon goes into Cancer at 12:13 p.m., expect people to get emotionally volatile. It's just a Cancer thing. I am a Cancer by my sun sign, so I can attest to that. But also, it just makes us want to be nurtured as well as to nurture. So Cancer wants to be the mommy in a lot of senses, but they also want to be the baby. So you have to understand that. It's like, well, I thought that you were being my mommy. And they'll go, no, I want you to be my mommy. That's just a Cancer thing. It's all about that nurturing spirit. The best way to use this energy is to nurture someone and allow yourself to be nurtured, even if it means that you have to nurture yourself, which is the case with many of us. Friday, same deal. Cancer moon, a lot of nurturing, taking care of people. You might be tempted to have more comfort food than usual. And there's no reason not to allow yourself now and then. Just make sure you're drawing that line between when you're treating yourself to something good and cheating yourself by doing something that's not really good for your body. So on Saturday, the moon goes void, of course, out of Cancer at 11:17 a.m. and then the moon will move into Leo at 1:35 p.m. I would expect the pre-eclipse energy to begin to stir on Saturday because the moon will be in the sign where the eclipse is taking place. The eclipse is at the very end of Leo, so it's going to take and collect all of that Leo energy and then burst out on Monday. So be very careful about being too pushy with your ideas on Saturday, but do enjoy yourself. Really bring joy to your being and spend time around children and do creative things, making yourself feel really excited about what is to come. And Sunday, again, the eclipse energy is probably going to be looming over us in the background, and I'm sure the media will overload us with stories about how the world's going to come to an end. But, you have to keep in mind, these things happen all around the world. The narcissism that we have in our society makes us think that because it's going to be over the United States, that something really, really special is going to happen. Yeah, there will be some events that occur in our country, and I think some of them have already started. But let's just put out prayer rather than condemnation for people, and I think that the world will be a better place just with that. So Sunday we have the moon in Leo again and Mars in a sextile to Jupiter. So that's the goodwill, and I'm hoping that you find some goodwill from other people in return for the goodwill that you're going to be putting out to others. I hope you'll also be listening to our Deep Dives podcast. Jasa and I just recently put one out on Living Your Dream. It features Karen Francoeur, who is a kayak guide in Maine. And we will be doing another one in another week, and we invite your questions. So if you want to address any questions even here to the Read the Stars page, or if you just want to send something to deepdives@icloud.com, we'll get it there as well. I wish you a wonderful week. Get ready. The time to come is very exciting if your heart is open and you're willing to do your good work within our world. Till then, you can always reach me for astrology, hypnotherapy, also transpersonal coaching, yoga, EMDR, and any kind of help that I can give you to allow you to find your path of life. My name is Judy Vitale, and you can reach me at Judy, Judi, at readthestars.com.